Hello humans and possibly Martians. If you're new, welcome, and if you're not, welcome back to Dry Guy Games, where this video will be a tutorial on how things work here on FC Mobile after the new update of the 2nd anniversary. First of all, I think a neat thing to talk about would be badges. Here we go on badges. If we click on 2nd anniversary, it gives us a couple of options. Now this one here shows after you exchange a player to make them untradeable. Once you've done it enough, you can actually unlock these things called boosts. Boosts you can assign to players to make their stats better. I already have a bronze boost, and as you can see, it's active. You can assign 3 boosts at a time, so it's perfect that there are only 3. And once you get to the second one, you can upgrade long shot marking, curve, and agility. And the third one, the most important thing from the third one, is team overall, which can improve it by 1. Here on groups are players that you can acquire from the 2nd anniversary event, and once you have all 3 of the players, like you can acquire these 3 from the 2nd anniversary event itself, you can claim the 10 ranker points. Once you claim these 3, the trifecta of motion, you can claim 20 million, and so on for silent command, and for triad of trickery. Next, I would say, is the most important one. When you acquire a 2nd anniversary player, tradable from buying or packing, a cool thing that you can do is, obviously all of my players are untradeable, so I can't do this. Let me actually go and buy a player so I can explain this. I've just bought a player, and as you can see, this badges thing says active. Now, we click on until we go all the way over here, and you want to find the player that you've just packed or bought. For me, it was... where is he? Here. Karatsas. I think I've butchered his name, but I'm sorry if I have. It gives you an option to activate, which if I click on, it says it will make your item untradeable, but it will give you some XP for a boost. So I'm going to click activate. Now he's untradeable, but I can still go over to exchanges, go to the money part, and exchange him for money. So that is a pretty cool thing that EA have added. I really respect that, to be honest. And I've made my money back, so cool. And that is everything you need to know about the badges section. The next thing I want to talk about is the market. Here, obviously, you can buy and sell players, and you can add them to your watch list. So I will go through and I will show you everything that is about the transfer market. Here, you can look at the recommended tab, which will show you all of recommended players. I've never found anybody that I've actually bought off of this tab, but if you've got a lot more coins than I have, and you see someone that you really want, like for example Mbappe, which is somebody who I do really want, then you could just buy him straight off recommended tab. Next is my players. Now over here we have an untradeable player, which has a couple things to it. One, obviously it's untradeable, so I cannot sell him whatsoever, unless there's a little thing that I will tell you about after, but for now, he's untradeable, so I cannot sell him. And the second thing, this little t-shirt that I'm going to zoom in on with the tick on it, that means that he's in at least one of my squads, so I couldn't sell him even if he was tradable. And that brings us to another player, Bryan Mbeumo. When I said I'll tell you after, I forgot to tell you after, so who I am telling you now. The fact that you can sell untradeable players by buying that exact player, then using the untradeable one to rank the tradable one up. And then you can sell the untradeable player, because technically he is the untradeable player. It's confusing, but once you get the hang of it, it will all make sense. Who is indeed tradable, but I cannot sell him, as you can see, because of that little t-shirt. He's in my squad, so it doesn't let me sell him. So if you're looking to sell some tradable players, then always make sure to take them out of your squads. I've made that mistake way too many times. The next one is my watch list. So let's say if I wanted to search up somebody, let me search up Messi. So I've just searched him up, and these are the players that you see. Yes, here is the Messi cards, all of these Messi cards. And if you want to add this player to your watch list, then what you're going to have to do is find the player that you want, which version of Messi. It doesn't have to be Messi, it could be anybody. Then you click on this watch player. So it says added to market watch list. So you can click on watch list, and here is the Messi. And you can do this with any player in the entire game. So it's a pretty cool thing if you want to see if his prices go up or down, or if you want to check if his selling is on a full blue, which means that's actually another really important thing. You see, this version of Messi, it has a red and then it has a grey. So the red means that there are a lot of players trying to buy this card, and the grey means that nobody is selling this card. So all of these players are waiting for a card that isn't there. If you see here, this version of Messi, this 111 version, it has a red one. Let's just call them red dots. It has a red dot, which obviously means there's a lot of demand for it. But the blue dot means that there are people selling it. And as you can see here, it says how many people are trying to buy it. So 2 people are trying to buy this version of Messi, and only one of them has gone through. I think what this actually means is that 2 people are trying to buy it for 1,540,000,000, and one person is trying to buy it for 1,600,000,000. But neither of them have gone through, because if they had gone through, it would say on the left side, I don't know. It means, and on the left it says sale quantity, which means one version of Messi was sold for 1,650,000,000 flat, which I could only hope to have that much money. And if it has a blue, but it doesn't have any red, that means nobody's trying to buy it, but everybody is selling it. Next chapter is the My Orders. Now, the My Orders tab is extremely simple. You look for a player that you want, you buy said player. Obviously, I'm not going to buy any players because I do want to keep my 405 million. But if you are to buy a player, they will pop up here, and it should show it should say selling, which means obviously it's currently being sold, or it should say sold, and you can press claim all coins over here. It will be blue, and you can claim all of the coins from said player. Or if you're buying a player, then you buy a player obviously, and then once that player has sold, you click on claim all players, or it will have an option which will say claim player right on the player itself. Finally, I think the most important part of all of this, the search. So you're going to want to click on filter, and as you can see, it will show you a bunch of things. So the first one is obviously the player's name, so you can search him up. You can search him up here, which is very cool. Next is the overall, and obviously the max is 113, but for some reason you can go all the way up to 150. Can it go up to 200? 200? No, the max is 150. And the lowest, I believe, is 50. So just like that. Next is program, which when you click on will show every single program in the entire game. And it goes all the way to the first one, and from the most recent one, Anniversary 26. Oh, Ballon d'Or 26 as well. That should be releasing after the Anniversary one. But anyways, what else? Next is position. Quite simple. If you click on these, it shows all of it. Which if you click on like that, then it doesn't really make a difference because it's showing you all of those players anyway. But if you want to just do one, like midfield or striker or attack or defense, then it will be more useful. Next is rank, which will show you a bunch of players fully ranked up. So as you can see, 117, 118, and they go for a lot of money, which I definitely wish I did have. And you can do it all the way from no ranks to full ranks, which is cool. Next is team. First of all, you click on the league which the team is in, then you click on the club that the club, and then you press search, and it will show you, as long as you're not too specific and you don't put like position, it will show you every single card that can be sold from that league. I don't know why there we go. Now the search is working. Show you every single Arsenal player, which is very cool. And they've updated it to now have Eze and Zubimendi, and obviously Gyökeres, which is awesome. I'm so happy about this signing. Then the league obviously will show you every single player in every league in the game, but it only shows the best 100 players in the league. So good luck looking for the 60 rated cards from the Prem. I doubt you're looking for them, but if you are, I am sorry. Then nationality and region, if you're looking for a specific player, for example the GOAT, in my opinion, Messi, you can click on Argentina and it will show you actually every single Argentinian player in the game. Well, that's not actually true. It shows you the best 100 Argentinian players in the game. Skill moves, I actually recently learned this. I thought if you put 4-star skill moves, it would only show you every player with 4-star, but it actually goes from 4-star to 5-star. So it's actually really helpful. This is how I search for my players, and that's how I get the best. And for quality, to be honest, it doesn't really make a difference. I mean, if I was to press clear, then I click on legendary, then it shows a bunch of these players, but I don't know what is going on. I don't know why they're like this, and I don't know what makes them different. But if you want to buy Dembele, then he's here to be bought, I guess. I have no clue for quality, but that's everything you should know about search, recommended, my players, and my watch list. And the reason I'm not saying transfer market, because I think there is still one more big thing that you should know for selling and buying players. When to sell and buy players. Because of the day of recording and possibly the day of posting, which is Sunday, Bryan Mbeumo is only 39 million. But when it comes round and it rolls around to Wednesday, he's going to bump up all the way to around 90 million and 100 million. So these are the times that you want to buy on the weekend, and Wednesday and Thursday are the times you want to sell, when every player is at their highest price. That indeed is how I got so much money from doing this method, selling in the weekdays and buying on the weekends. So that is all of the very, very new and important parts of FC Mobile. And if you enjoyed, please hit the like button and subscribe, and also comment. This has been Dry Guy Games, and have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.